AITA for removing my dad as my emergency contact after he forgot my birthday 5 years straight. My dad called me screaming yesterday because apparently I'm the reason he almost died alone in a hospital room. I'm 28. My dad's been with my stepmom since I was 12, and her son is 26. 5 years ago, my dad forgot my birthday, just completely forgot. No text, no call, nothing. The week before, he'd thrown my stepbrother this massive backyard party with a rented grill setup and like 40 people. I saw the photos on Facebook. I didn't say anything. What was I supposed to say? Hey dad, remember me? But it kept happening. Year after year, he'd remember my stepbrother's birthday every single time. Big dinners, gifts, the whole thing. Mine? Nothing. Not even when I turned 25. I waited all day for a text that never came. So I stopped waiting for him to remember I existed. I changed my emergency contact from him to my aunt, my mom's sister, who actually showed up when I had my appendix out, changed my primary care doctor's records too, all my insurance paperwork. Everything. If something happened to me, my dad wouldn't get the call. That felt right. 2 years went by. We still talked maybe once a month. Surface level stuff. He never noticed I'd pulled back, never asked why I stopped coming to family dinners. My stepmom would post photos of family game night with my stepbrother, and I just wasn't in them anymore. Nobody seemed to care. Then last week, my stepbrother called me at 11 p.m. absolutely losing it. "What the fuck did you do?" he said. He sounded panicked, angry, scared all at once. The hospital called me. They said dad listed me as his emergency contact. They said I'm the son who's been bringing him in for treatments. I don't bring him anywhere. I didn't even know he was sick. I felt my stomach drop. What hospital? What's wrong with him? "He's been doing chemo for 6 months, my stepbrother said, his voice cracked. 6 fucking months. Stage 3 colon cancer. He goes every Tuesday. The hospital has records of his son driving him, picking up prescriptions, everything. Except it's not me. It's nobody. He's been lying to them." My aunt called me an hour later. Turns out my dad had been telling his doctors his son was helping him through treatment. He'd update his Facebook with vague posts about getting through the tough days with family support. My stepmom thought he was handling it fine because he kept saying his son was taking him. But he'd changed his emergency contact to my stepbrother's number at some point. Probably figured if something went really wrong, his wife's son would step up. Except my stepbrother had no idea any of this was happening. When my dad collapsed at home 2 days ago, the hospital called the number on file. My stepbrother showed up, confused as hell, got told his father was in intensive care, and spent 6 hours thinking he was going to watch his stepmom's ex-husband die, while wondering why he was the one getting these calls. My dad woke up yesterday. First thing he did was call me. "You were supposed to be my emergency contact," he said. "No hello. No, I have cancer and didn't tell you. Just anger. You changed it. The hospital said I haven't updated my paperwork in 3 years. That was you. You took yourself off." "Yeah," I said. "I did." "Why the hell would you do that?" I almost laughed. "You want the list chronologically or alphabetically? This isn't funny. I could have died and you wouldn't have known." "You forgot my birthday 5 years in a row," I said. My voice came out flat. "Tired. You threw my stepbrother a huge party every single year and couldn't send me a text, not once. So yeah, I changed my emergency contact to someone who actually remembers I exist." Silence. "That's what this is about? A birthday?" "No," I said. "It's about you having a son you don't give a shit about unless you need something. It's about me watching you play dad to someone else's kid while I'm just..." "What? The spare?" "I'm not your emergency contact because I'm not your emergency anything. I'm barely your daughter." He tried to sputter something about me being dramatic, about how busy he's been, about his health, but I just hung up. My stepmom's been blowing up my phone since then. She's furious, says I'm cruel, that I should have been there for him during his treatments, that family doesn't abandon each other. My stepbrother called too, but he was weirdly quiet. Just said, "I didn't know he forgot your birthdays," and then didn't say anything else. My aunt says I did the right thing. That you can't expect people to show up for you when you've spent years making them invisible, but my dad's entire side of the family is calling me selfish. They're saying I'm punishing a sick man over something petty. I don't know. Part of me feels like maybe I should have just been the bigger person. Maybe I should have stayed his emergency contact even if he never remembered my birthday. But the other part of me is just tired. Tired of being an afterthought. So now I'm sitting here wondering if I'm actually the asshole. Was I wrong?